Yeah, hey everybody, it's Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and today we are starting a brand new series. We are playing some Total War 3 Kingdoms. This is the most recent Total War game to drop. It just released today, and I have to say, I am so excited to play it. I think from what I've seen, what I've read, what I have played myself, I think this is by far the best Total War game to have come out. One of my favorite Total War games has always been Warhammer, just because of the uniqueness of the units and the larger-than-life generals and stuff like that, and I think Creative Assembly has done an absolutely marvelous job of taking what was so great about the Warhammer series and implementing it into more of a historical simulator. So I'm very, very excited to play this game. I also think they've done a great job of taking the Total War formula and making it a little more grand strategy. So if you played any of the previous Total War games, they've always been a little more light on the strategy. They definitely haven't been grand strategy games, and by grand strategy I mean just like the diplomatic aspect, the management of your territories and stuff like that has always been a little on the light side. I think they've done a really great job of just adding a bunch of elements that are just fun and interesting and very dynamic. So there's going to be a lot going on. Even if you have played Total War games in the past, there is a whole lot of stuff that is just unique and new, and so I'm gonna be trying to talk about as much of it as possible. So this might be a slightly slower of an episode, but hopefully after we get through everything we'll go a little bit quicker. If you're new to the Total War series in general, what makes these games so cool is the fact that not only do you get to build up your armies and march them around and conquer territories and stuff like that, but then you can actually even fight the battles yourself. So you can actually take your unique units and you can actually fight them on the battlefield and control them and say, hey, I want my cav to flank around and hit the archers. And so even if you're completely outnumbered, you know, you can still kind of have that 300 moment where you, well, I guess 300 they lost, but you can still have that moment where you have these valiant victories that you're pulling from the clutches of defeat. And so specifically with Three Kingdoms now, you have like the aspect where you can have your generals duel their generals and stuff like that, and it's just so freaking cool. So let's just go ahead and launch a new game, and we'll kind of explain things as we get there. So we got a bunch of different characters we can start as. We got how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 3 coalition characters we can pick as. There's also 3 governors we can pick as. There are 2 different outlaws, and then there's a bunch of these rebels that we can play as. And everyone's going to have a slightly different start. They're going to have different objectives and stuff like that. I think for our first playthrough, I'm gonna go ahead and play, and oh, I should also note, I am terrible at Chinese, so I'm gonna butcher some of these names, but from my understanding, it's Gongsun Zan, I think is how you say it. So he is the Iron Fist General. He's got his starting situation normal, so he's gonna be fairly good. Basically, I wanted a character that was gonna be pretty good in hand-to-hand combat. Oh, the other thing I should note is there are also different character specializations. There's different classes, so we're gonna be playing as a Vanguard. But you can see we got commanders, we got sentinels, Vanguard, we got commander, okay. Are these guys a little bit different? Yeah, so he is a strategist. Let's see, you're a commander, you're a Vanguard, okay. Just trying to like look through all these. Champion, that's kind of what I was looking for. So I'm assuming best used to engage enemy generals, but weaker against units. Oh, interesting. So they're both champions, and then the yellow turbans. Let's see, you are a healer. What? I didn't even know that was one of them. Then a veteran and a scholar. Sweet. Okay, so as Gongsun Zan, we are a Vanguard, which excels at breaking through enemy troops. However, we're weaker against other generals. We're best grouped with retinues of shock cavalry and pole arm cavalry. We will get extra reinforcement range. We're going to have plus 12% armor for all shock cavalry. And then our faction specialization, we have unique military inspector court positions. We also limit the availability of administrators. So basically, we get more military units, I guess, in our court, or at least more positions, but then less administrators. And so our playstyle focus is going to be balanced military. Our unique features for our dude are going to be horse archers, which is pretty freaking nice. We don't get these. I think we get these right away because I think we start at level 3, so we'll have our white horse raiders. But the white horse fellows are going to take a little bit before we can unlock them. And then we have military government building chain. And then we start with Xiao Yun, I think is how you say it, the light and the dark. He is a sentinel, so he, let's see, what are the sentinels good at? Let's see, weren't one of these sentinels? They excel at locking down enemy generals or holding a choke point for long periods of time, and then they're best grouped with a retinue of Glav infantry or melee infantry. So let's make sure we pick the right guy. So cool. Now there are two different versions of the campaign. We can do the romance campaign or we can do the records campaign. So the romance campaign is unique because your generals are essentially larger than life characters. They level up. They basically can take on groups of infantry all by themselves. Like they can get hundreds of kills all by themselves. Very similar to the Warhammer style, except they don't necessarily get spellcasting, but they do get unique abilities and stuff like that. The other thing is you can even duel with other generals, and what will happen is two characters will actually go fight each other, and everyone else will kind of stay will stay out of the fight, and they'll fight to essentially the death, although sometimes you might not actually die even if they end up falling in combat. They might just get injured and stuff like that. If we did the records, then this would be more like Rome Total War or medieval Total War, where essentially your general is just going to be grouped up with some cavalry or something like that and bodyguards, and it's just, I don't know, not as fun, not as cool, I think. So we're definitely going to go with romance for now. And let's go ahead and launch in. Oh, the other thing is they've added in cutscenes, which is really great too, but I didn't watch this when I played this before, so.
Wields the flames of destruction. Luoyang burns. Chaos ignites as the power of the eunuchs is crushed.
Dude, I love the art style in this game.
The Han falters. Yet there are those who would still fight, still roar. Gongsun Zan holds against the tyrant, his own fire unrelenting.
No.
With a thundering of hooves,
cute horse,
he rides to war.
All right then. So I'm assuming those are probably different for everyone. So.
The great empire of the Han.
I guess this is our story here too.
Ages beyond counting, is being devoured by corruption. The yellow turbans, thousands strong, began raising their banners in rebellion and seizing commanderies across the realm. In response, generals loyal to the emperor rose up and put down the rebellion.
I kind of want to hear the rest of the story, so let's not hit continue yet.
The chaos only grew. With the corruption at the very heart of the empire, the loyal generals stormed the imperial palace and killed the 10 eunuchs, the source of China's ills.
Okay.
In the madness, the warlord Dong Zhuo seized.
So we start at war with him.
With the great warrior Lü Bu at his side, none dared oppose him.
And so now we are all, I think the emperor's like a kid, just FYI.
Dong Zhuo's brazen display, treason some call it. A coalition of warlords rose up, led by the charismatic Yuan Shao, to save the Han.
So we're the coalition of warlords.
Dong Zhuo retreated west to his stronghold of Chang'an, raising. So
we're technically not at war with any of these in the coalition then. Gotcha.
It is now the year 190 CE. And the coalition has all but collapsed.
Never mind.
Warlords on all sides have seen opportunities to build their own fortunes from the chaos. Yellow turban remnants still stalk the lands, seeking the age of the yellow sky, whilst soldiers of fortune feel the change
yellow
of fate
sky?
on the wind,
the sun?
and strike out on their own. The scales shift, and China hangs in the balance.
Okay, I think that kind of sets us up pretty well. So let's hit continue. We'll get a little bit of cutscene here too as well. Is this the... I actually don't know where this is.
In ruin, my lord. It is the work of the tyrant.
Dong Zhuo knows no mercy. He is cruel and barbaric.
So we start at war with him. He's the big guy. Okay.
Young emperor. Control of the Han goes with him.
Oh, I wonder if that was the capital.
His devastation of China must.
Now, I know he's super far to our west, and we start way in the north. We didn't really talk about the map at all, but...
To deal with. Liu Ye still poses a threat.
Hi.
If he cannot summon the strength to govern his own lands, then I will seize them and do it myself.
I mean, we are militaristic. What can I say?
The coalition is dying. It lacks unity and leadership. Something must be done.
Long have I defended China from enemies without. Now, I must turn my sights to the enemies within.
Your cavalry bray, Lord Gongsun Zan. It is time to direct their furious charge.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. I love the art style back here. Just like you can see how like it turns almost to like artwork in the back, which is so pretty. So establish your power, Lord Gongsun Zan. China is still Zan, right? China is in chaos, but so far from the capital, there's little you can do to quell the madness. Perhaps it's time to utilize your local strength as a respected border lord. Liu Yu, your old mentor, has lost his vigor and his lands may be better managed by you. Likewise, Gongsun Du is kin, but the borders cannot be held by a weak lord. You must consider how your presence and power may aid all of China. So we need to be wary of these two guys, and we claim the Han Empire regions. Okay, so this is kind of like our overarching mission, I think, for now. War awaits and Gongsun Zan meets it. The empire is ending, Liu Yang burns, and the tyrant runs amok. Long have you held the borders for the Han, but chaos is rising, and with it opportunity, the chance to make a name for yourself. The Han is in the tyrant's grip now. You must defend yourself against any foe, even the empire. Engage the following armies in battle, and then we get military supplies faction-wide and +5 morale. Okay, and we'll get into all that here in a little bit. So first things first is we'll want to go kill him, but let's talk a little bit about what is going on around here. So we currently have the harvest up here. This is the year, and then this is the season. So different seasons are going to bring different map modes. I think every turn brings it to like one of the seasons, so it's like fall, winter, spring, summer, I think is how it goes, but I didn't actually pay that much attention. Then we have our income, and well, this is our treasury plus our income per turn. Our food is the total amount of food. The more we grow our cities and the more we grow our population, then the more food we're going to need. So I think if you lose food, you actually get some negatives here. So where's our food right here? Yeah, so food is a key resource generated by specific buildings, such as farms and fisheries. It can be attained, blah, blah, blah. Food shortages across your territories will lead to local reserves being depleted. This will reduce military supply recovery for your armies and can cause public order issues. So you kind of want to have a surplus of food. And then we have resources. These can be used to construct building variants, and they themselves do have an effect on their own. I actually have not gotten any resources yet, so we'll have to see that when we actually start getting some of that. Then we have our faction summary. We can click here. As we level ourselves up, we get access to more armies, we get access to more trade agreements, we get more satisfaction, more administrator slots and stuff like that. We can only do 2 assignments to begin with. Interesting. Okay, we'll get to that in a little bit. And we looked at all of that before, and then we kind of just have a general thing over here. We're currently at war with the Han and the Dongzhou. We got no trade partners, we got no vassals, no allies, no spies, no assignments, blah, 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 blah. Okay. We know about that. Go away. Let's see. The next we have court, and this is what's really, really cool about the game. So we have a bunch of different families and generals, and eventually we can start giving them jobs as we level up. I think we have to actually get to like the second Marquise before we can actually start putting some people into different court spots. But then we have a family tree here, and so right now we have our heir. And he's only 16, and so I don't actually know if the game goes long enough for your like main general to actually die off. I suppose at some point he could fall in battle, and then it would pass on to him, and I guess you'd play as him. I'm not entirely exactly sure how that plays out with the family tree, but you know, you can actually marry off your characters and stuff like that, and that's really cool. And then you'll have different nobles having babies and stuff like that, and they'll grow of age, and that's just like some of the more grand strategy stuff that I think is really, really cool about the game. And then we have diplomacy here. Right now, this is attitude, so everyone pretty much hates us, but we can look at diplomatic status. And right now, we're only at war with, like, these guys, but for the most part, these guys aren't a huge fan of us either. And then reforms, these are basically small reforms that we can just pass to give us different effects and then to unlock new buildings. We can't do a reform for 3 more turns, but, you know, we can do, like, military supplies here. We can reduce the cost of construction. You know, we got over here, we can do plus 25% trade influence, and actually unlocks a new unit for us too. Plus 1 trade agreement as well. This one's just more income from peasantry. This one's just more income from commerce. And so we'll worry about that as we get there. We can't do any espionage because we don't have a faction rank, I think, to do it yet. Then records, and this is probably the coolest thing. And I hadn't actually seen it yet, but I think as the game progresses, you can hit play and you can actually see your empire grow, which seems really freaking cool. And then last but not least is Treasury for a more detailed look of what's going on there. And then once again, we can't do the faction console because we don't have any faction members yet. So game looks really, really freaking good. It runs really good as well. So our mission is currently to go destroy this army. Is there anything else we want to talk about? I mean, we got missions down there. We got characters down there, which is just a quick, view of all of our characters. We got our 1 army there. We have our 1 commandery, which essentially is just a province from like previous Total War campaigns. They're usually called provinces, but a commandery is, basically how many towns fit in just basically a province, and then controlling them gives you a little bit more benefits. So right now in the commandery is this trade port as well as this town, but it'll probably take us a few turns before we actually go take that trade port. And then known factions, these are just all the people we know, and then we can intern, and radar zoom, point to the north, blah, 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 blah. Can we actually rotate the camera? Yeah, we can. Nice. So we start mostly in the water, and you can see Korea's over there. So we're basically way to the north. I don't think we can access any of this, but you can see there is a lot of China. There is a whole freaking lot of China. Eventually, we're going to go push that way. So it's going to take us a little bit of time to get over here, but it should be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Oh, you actually just straight up rotated. Okay. We're learning the controls. What do we got? We got the mission issue, establish your power. Okay. And then we got a bunch of ancillaries, but whatever. So on each of our characters, we can right click and you can see that they have different stats. So they have expertise, which lowers construction costs and melee invasion. Then you got resolve, which is general's health and population growth. Then you got cunning, which is ammunition and military supplies. You got instinct, which is melee damage and recruitment costs, and then authority. Now, anytime one of these actually gets to 100, then you become a legendary character and the name turns yellow and all this stuff. So you'll see that his expertise is over 100, so he is legendary, and then we are also legendary as well. And so legendary Vanguard excels at breaking through enemy troops, but weaker against other generals, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. He respects discipline, dislikes carelessness, and dislikes impulsiveness. That sounds just like me. And then let's see. You are a legendary character, and let's see. What do you like? You commend bravery. Nice. So his traits, he's brave, so he gets extra resolve. He's indecisive, so that means he loses a little bit of authority. And then negative 10% character experience as well, but he gets covers plus 10 cover costs for spies and decreased ambition to gain as an administrator. Doesn't really matter for him. Then he is also determined, so he has extra resolve and instincts. And then you can see his different stats here, his current retinue, which are these troops, and then his relations to other characters. And it's kind of important because if we had a unit in this army that he doesn't get along with, they're not going to fight as well together. And then the other thing is you can actually switch up their weapons. He's starting with a pretty legendary weapon right now, the Dreadbringer. Yeah, so we're going to want to keep that weapon on him. Same thing with his armor. What is this? His personal armor, so it's really, really good. So, and I don't know, I didn't look at the other version of the game, but I don't know if you don't play the romance version, if you can actually like adjust this stuff. So he just has a common white horse. That's all I have right now. We do have an extra follower I can give to him. This is going to give you extra cunning and extra authority. Cunning gives you extra ammunition for his retinue, and then the authority gives you satisfaction, faction-wide, and unit morale. Might actually give this to the other guy. And then we also have 2 accessories as well. This is instinct and satisfaction. The instinct is how much melee damage, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you the better one right away. And then let's go click on him, and I will give you the other one, give you a little bit more instinct. Yeah, give you a little bit more instinct and satisfaction. And then let's go ahead and give you the follower as well, unless, hold up, the only other thing I might want to do is do an assignment. So we can send some of our characters on assignments, and every assignment's going to do something a little differently. So this will give you income from peasantry if we run the assignment, plus public order, also negative corruption, or we can get income from commerce, silk, and spice, or negative mustering time, or income from commerce, silk, and spice. Now the thing is, our income here is 100% from commerce. It's 150 commerce. So we're not actually making any peasantry money yet. So there's no reason to run Tian Kai. So instead, I think I'm going to run Song down here probably. I might want to put you in my army. Probably going to end up putting you in my army, right? If I go here, I can't actually recruit this turn, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up putting the other guy in my army. So let's go ahead and run Song down here. And so then this should make us a little bit more money. Now, it takes a turn for you to actually go there, so we'll have to check back in next turn. But anyways, we were doing that just so we can make sure that this follower we can put here. Okay. I wasn't sure if the follower actually could run an assignment or not. So he's now here, so we get a little bit more cunning as well. You got some legendary armor as well. Nice. Plus range block chance and plus charge bonus, and you got a nice spear as well, so you're pretty well rolling. And then you can see they actually have different skills as well, so as we level them up, we'll be able to select different skills. And then last but not least, we can look at our army. So we actually start with White Horse Fellows, which we can't recruit yet, but these guys got really good range power, and essentially they're horse archers. And I don't know if we're pretty unique, but we might be fairly unique with the horse archers. Then we also have 2 lance cavalries and then some halberd infantry. So these are like spear infantry. So they're all around pretty good. They're good against mounted and, you know, stuff like that. We can actually click down here and see all the stats for each one, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. And then let's see, Zhao. He starts over here with 2 axe band, which are basically really good at assault, but they're a little bit weaker against cavalry. So it's pretty decent balanced army to begin with. So first thing first, let's go ahead and launch our first attack out, and we're gonna go march over here and fight you. And now like any Total War game, we could delegate this, but since it's our first battle, we're definitely gonna fight it just for the heck of it. And you can see this is what the map is gonna look like. We can't fight a night battle yet because we don't have a strategist rather, but let's go ahead and start battle, and let's go ahead and load in on this, and you're gonna get basically kind of an impression of what the battles look like. Probably not gonna fight most of these battles that are super easy, but we'll see. And you'll also get like these guys talking to each other and stuff before battles, during the battles and stuff like that, but pretty excited. One thing is I definitely want to go ahead and duel the enemy hopefully in this first battle, so we can kind of show off what that looks like, but we'll see. So this is our army right here. Let's go ahead and hover over and kind of give a good glance at everyone. So this is our Lance Cavalry. They look pretty freaking cool. They got really decent melee power, really good morale, but their toughness and range toughness aren't quite as good. And this is basically their defense. So this is their defense against ranged weapons and their defense against melee. But they have really good melee power. I also imagine, I wonder what is the charge? Armor piercing. Do they have a charge? They should have a charge bonus somewhere because they are cav. I wonder what that would be. Melee invasion, morale, let's see, melee charge bonus, there it is. So yeah, they have pretty significant charge bonus if we compare it to like these guys who have a 29 versus a 220. Yeah, so usually with cav in these kind of games, you want to like charge in, hit, and then kind of maybe not keep them in fight, or just hit their archers, one of the two. Then we got our G infantry over here. These guys look cool. I love the flags just rolling around with them. It looks so freaking awesome. And then we got our axe band here. We got another axe band there. And then we got our White Horse Fellows. These are our horse archers. Nice. And I didn't know where our other cavalry went, but let's look. Then we have our Zhao. He's looking pretty pimp with their spear. And then we also got this, I don't even know what that is, but that looks really, really freaking cool as well. So both of our guys are ready to go. Let's look at the enemy as well. They got a couple cav over here. So they have mounted lancer. So if we compared that then to our guys, these guys have a lot less morale, slightly less melee toughness, slightly less range toughness, but a little bit more melee power. So they do a little bit more damage, but they will break a little bit quicker. That's what morale does. In addition to that, they also have less defense. Then over here we have their the militia, which I think are the exact same as us, right? No, actually our guys are a lot better. Once again, much higher morale. And then their archers, what are their archers compared to our horse fellows? Oh yeah, our guys are way better. Nice. So let's go ahead and get our guys into formation. So what I want to do is let's go grab our infantry right away. I'll put you guys on 2. Yeah, we'll put you on 2. We'll go ahead and do something like this. Our spearmen are on one of the flanks, which I'm good with. Horse infantry. Actually, let's pull you guys back just a little bit, because I'm going to put our horse infantry in the front, because we're going to go get them shooting first. We'll put both of you guys on 1. You guys can come from the back. That's fine. And I'll have 1 on cavalry on each side. Yeah, that'll be fine. And you guys can go on 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then you guys go on 4. Sounds good. So let's go ahead and start the battle. And I'm going to go ahead and grab our army and move forward. And I think our horse archers might actually outrange their archers. Can we see range? Range attack rate. Where's the range itself? Should be one of these stats. 250. Okay, so we're at 250 range. If we hover over them, they only have a 200 range, so we can outrange them. So essentially all we want to do is move forward until we can shoot them. And then once we're going to shoot them, since we outrange them, we're just going to basically just sit there and pepper them over and over again until they charge at us. That's kind of the goal. So I'll just have you go forward right now, and you just go into range and then just start shooting. And then we'll have you guys just keep moving up in position. And these guys are keeping the same formation for now, which is fine. We can't lose this battle. It's basically almost impossible for us to lose this battle. So now these guys are within range, so they're going to start shooting. And then you can see the arrows flying over there. And you're going to start peppering the enemy with arrows, which is just nice. They have only lost 2 guys thus far, so they're not charging forward. Normally, if you have... That is really freaking pretty, guys. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. But anyways, normally after you do a little bit of damage, they will start attacking you. So hopefully here they will start running at us. But we're just going to keep peppering them with arrows, because why not? Remember, their archer militia can't actually even hit us yet. So we probably can move the rest of our army forward just a little bit more. I'm not super concerned about... because we got skirmishing on here. So as soon as they get close, they're actually going to run away. The other thing is, I was looking at these guys before. Yeah, they actually have really decent melee power. 46, which is almost equal to my infantry. It's a little less, but I wonder what their charge is. Range, speed, where's their charge? Charge, yeah, they actually have pretty good charge bonus as well. So these guys are pretty good, okay in hand-to-hand combat. All right, they are charging me now, and Zhao Zhang is challenging me. So we're gonna go ahead and accept it, because we should be able to win it. Everyone else is charging forward. Let's go ahead and move all of my units up, and let's go do this. Yeah, calm down. So now these guys are actually doing a hand-to-hand fight. So I got off my horse, and they're now going to start engaging each other. Now, my general itself, he does have a special buff here, which gives him a passive buff, and then... It's actually just a passive buff. What's my other guy have? He basically lowers morale on people. Okay, so they actually charged me while we weren't paying attention, so let's go hit up there. Let's go do this, and then I'm going to have my infantry go hit these guys. So we're going to get these guys basically to go whack them down. They have a lot of cav right now on my cav. They're actually probably flanking me. So we're probably having a bit of an issue here. Hey, I want you to come over here and do the battle. We're about to get the kill here, so... Oh. I emerged victorious. He ran away. So he's just running away. Okay. Alright, well, that's fine. So we immediately broke them. I'm going to have you come over there and help out as well. You guys come here and help out in the cav as well. And my cav is still just chasing out their archers. And we're just doing as much damage as possible over here, so... can we use our debuff? Yes, we can. So we'll use our debuff on this guy. But we basically just broke everyone. Who's still left? Yeah, everyone broke. Oh, claim victory. There you go. Sweet. So in battle, wasn't our best battle, mostly because we got flanked there by the cav, but they killed 91 units. We killed 422. You can see the kills for everyone. My dude here only killed 2. My main dude killed 10, so that was pretty nice. So I think you can see a little bit of kills there. So nice. So that's how you win the first battle. So now what we can do is we can ransom them, gain a little bit of extra income, gain some military supplies, which should be at 100, I would think, right now, or give a little bit of replenishment to our units. We didn't take that much damage, so I think I'm just going to take the income for now. We only lost, what, 30? So that wasn't that bad. And we got Taste of Victory. So plus military supplies, plus morale across the board. So sweet, 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 sweet. Next mission. You are to continue to defend your land and your legacy. They must be secured nearby. The Ironmans will bolster your endeavors. We should seize them and use them to grow stronger in our fight against tyranny. So you want us to go capture this, and this will give us plus public order and plus faction support. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And glorious victory. This is a triumph for the chain of command. Military discipline and structures that we have followed for generations will continue to bring us success. So our character gained basically bonus experience, which is good because remember, he's gained a little bit less. So one of the nicest things about this is you can now hover over a battle and it'll tell you the balance of powers. So it looks like we're going to have no problem actually conquering this. We can look at the garrison here, and you can see it's a very, very, very small garrison. So this shouldn't be that big of a deal. Are we going to fight this one? Probably not. Probably not. Now, if we looked at the map, screw it. Let's fight it. Let's fight it. Let's fight it. We might as well. We might as well. The only thing is I hate, like, battles that take place, well, they might have towers, and towers are actually really, really good in this game. So we'll see how the map actually ends up shaking itself out here. Hopefully this isn't going to be that big of a deal. I mean, the fact that they said that we should have no problem winning means I shouldn't have any problem doing this. Okay, so they do have some towers here. Oh, this is a really interesting map. Huh. Okay. So we do have 3 different ways into the city. I think what I want to do is I'm going to take... I can place anyone out here in the green. Yeah, I think I'm going to place my general here. I think I'm going to put both of my calves with him as well. And we're going to come flank through here. And let's do that on 3. Then I'm going to put probably my infantry. Well, let's get all of our infantry together. We're just going to put you guys in 2. And we're going to probably end up going for both of those. And then we'll also have the horse archer here as well. And then I'll have you also go with there. So let's go ahead and start deployment. So they do have 1 unit here. That's the Halberd Infantry. So unfortunately, these are all... So the Halberd is strong against Cav. I'm assuming I could probably still kill him fairly easily, but we might want to like mix some things up. So I think instead, what's the tower range? I think I'm going to move you over here. And then instead, I'm going to put you guys over here. Because we would like to match up that Halberd with our axe band, because they should have no problem killing them in 1v1, I would think. Now, hopefully we didn't... we are within range, so we might be getting shot right now. Yeah, we're totally getting shot. Hey, guys, can you not move through the towers? That would be kind of nice, but, you know, whatever. 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 So once we get everyone in position, then we're going to go move out. Actually, hey, you guys just go up here and go kill. That'll work. Give me the other axe band. Go that way. And then give you... And you guys go there. And what are we going to do here? I'm going to have you come up here as well. Now, the other thing is we could dismount our dude. Let's get you up here and get ready to dismount you. Okay, you come up here and get ready to shoot this cav. And then I want you guys also to come up here as well. And we're probably just going to go right into the Lance Cavalry. Because we should have no problem breaking them, I would hope. With our general here. I'm just going to have him just charge out and go crazy on this. Alright. You're going there. You guys are getting ready to go fight. Sounds good. Are you going to go fight this battle all by yourself? Yeah, it looks like it. Let's go ahead and dismount. Because we don't want to charge into the Halberd with a mount. That sounds like it would be a bad idea. Okay. So he's charging in. How goes our dudes? Everyone looks like they're doing pretty okay. They're taking some damage right now. He actually hit my guy with some cav. That's probably not the best. Actually, you come over here. I didn't even notice this cav. You go hit this. Okay. Oh, yeah, we have crazy range. I forgot about that.
One step closer to
Probably going to do a little bit of friendly fire, but I think it's going to be okay. Actually, go hit these guys now. So, we broke these guys. And then the tower is now currently ours. So what I want to do is go get you guys coming around here. And if we can come around and flank these guys, then we're going to be in a great spot. The other thing is we could just go capture this and win the game right away, but I think I'd rather go flank. Okay, you are taking some pot shots there. These guys are actually not doing particularly well. Yeah, my guys are actually losing right now. Mostly because I think those towers are doing so much damage. Hey, what are you guys doing? Like, run. They're like walking. Maybe I actually hit walk accidentally. So it looks like the cab broke. So all that's left is the militia. Now, I don't really mind hitting the militia from behind. Yeah, my dude's got broke over here in my axe band. Kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, kind of sucks. All right, you guys get up here. Come conquer these guys. These guys all broke, so you guys just get over here. And we're just gonna hit these guys last. So you get up here, just so you're not getting shot by any of these towers. HP is a little low on some of my dudes, but that's okay. So I don't really want to charge into these guys. Actually, come up here. I think we're good now. Wait, you guys should be engaged. Oh, crap. Whatever. Whatever. Just hit. Just hit. Get in here, and then you have your special ability here. So we'll roar, and then this should lower their morale. And then with everyone here, this should be no problem just to wipe out. They might come back. There's our victory. Okay. Well, that wasn't the best of battles, but everyone lived, so that's the only thing that really matters. Also, once again, towers are just ridiculously powerful, so yeah, we're gonna need a couple turns just to heal our units back up to full HP, but that's fine. That's fine. It was a Pyrrhic victory. We lost 230 compared to 104. Maybe should have simmed it. Probably should have simmed it. It's just towers, man. They're freaking ridiculous. Okay, so we have three options. We can occupy it, which loses a little bit of population, but we gain faction support and military supplies. We could loot and occupy, which loses a lot of population, but gives you some money, military supplies, a little bit more, and then the level will be reduced, or we can reduce it and withdraw. But I'm just going to occupy because this is going to be one of our main territories. So we got support from the people, gives us extra public order and faction support as well. Now, mission issued, the border cities transform. If we're to endure and prosper, then our infrastructure at home must be solidified. Only through a strong economy can we field a strong military. Here, in the north, commerce is king. Expand the local markets and let the coin flow. So, we got a couple options for what we can do with the buildings. I think my goal is, what I want to do, and so this is what's really cool about the game, is you can see that all these buildings have different building trees. So in our capital here, we can eventually start building like all of these, like we basically get an option from all of these different buildings, which is really cool. Now, the one thing to note is here we actually have the mail post. So that is the inn, right? Yeah, so the mail post gives us extra commerce income. It also gives us extra income from commerce, and it reduces the cost for agricultural buildings. So that means either one of these buildings are going to be reduced because we have the mail post. So we could go ahead and upgrade our town here to a large town, which is going to give us extra prestige. Extra population capacity, extra reserve capacity, a little bit of income from peasantry and commerce, and then reserve capacity. Now, the thing is, our population right now is nowhere close to the cap. So I think because of that, I think I'm going to start with one of the two agricultural buildings. And let's see, right here we get focus on peasantry income. So this gives us population growth. It gives us food production, which right now we're at 0. Also gives us extra income from peasantry, and military buildings are cheaper. Government support gives us food production. So I don't know what our total food production is. It's just 25%. Also gives us an income percentage from peasantry, which we don't have any, and reduces the cost of military buildings. So I think I would much rather do, yeah, I would much rather do the drifter farming camp. Wait. Yeah. What was that? The land development. Because that gives us extra production, extra, or population, extra food, extra income. Yeah, I think that's strictly better for what we're at right now. And then we still have 2,000, so we can actually upgrade you as well. This increases the garrison size, In addition to that, it gives us 100 more income. I think I'm good with that. I think we'll spend all our money there. And so now we're essentially poor, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And I think we're good to go ahead and just hit next turn. Oh, assignments. No, yeah, we already put you on assignment. Okay. Is that everything? The other thing is, if, you know, people are super unhappy, we could say, hey, we don't want to take tax from you just to make them really, really happy. But right now, happiness is going up everywhere. You'll see that our armies here... Actually, can we click the army? Yeah, the armies actually have military supplies. So when they run out of supplies, then they take extra casualties. And I think they start deserting and stuff like that as well. And then you can see your army action points. So we couldn't even move out if we wanted to. The other thing to note is we have 3 turns until you guys are fully replenished. 12 turns until fully replenished. So it's going to take a while for these guys to actually get up to full HP. So what we'll probably end up doing is building some more units next turn. But for now, let's go ahead and end turn. And we are going to move on the trade port next is going to be our goal. So we'll end up wrapping this episode here probably as soon as we start this next turn. Just kind of see where we're at, and we'll go from there. But man, like, look at that art. It's just so freaking pretty, dude. I just love how they did this. Oh, you know what the other thing we didn't do? We actually have someone up there. Diplomacy. Is there anyone we can negotiate with? Hi. Negotiate.
Well met, friend.
Could we do a trade agreement? Yes, we could. And this will actually give us more income. And then it gives us a resource as well, it looks like. So, proposed deal, you can see that he's very in favor for this. So, let's go ahead and actually have you... we could have them just pay me some money. So, we could take some money, essentially, until... Oh, wait, that's me paying him. Sorry, request payment. So, we could basically just have them pay me money until this gets down to 0. So like we could do like 700, not 700, Brian, 700. And you see that's negative. I wonder what the total would be. Let's go like 500. Let's go down. So something like 265. Now the thing is, instead of doing that, you actually will make more money this way. Whoopsie, I keep clicking the wrong freaking one. Request payment by actually having him pay you money per turn. So this is not going to give us quite as much, but over the long term, it will actually give us a lot more. So like, let's go like 65, 64, 63. So 63 over 10 turns is going to be 630. And remember, he wasn't willing to give me like 500 something. So this is going to be well over 100 extra ducats or gold or whatever it is in this game. So this is going to give us a trade agreement, which is going to give us an extra 300 per turn. And then for another 10 turns, we're going to get an extra 63. So this seems like a really, really good deal for us. Now, he was one of the guys we're supposed to worry about, right? Gongsun?
As they fight side by side.
Yeah. So basically she's telling us that as these guys fight side by side, they'll like each other. But if they don't like each other, bad things will happen. So what do I want to see? I wanted to see our mission. No, that's a custom pin. No. What's our overarching mission here? No, I don't want to create a custom pin. Where's our missions? There you go. Can we see our overarching mission? Doesn't look like it. Well, yeah, all right. We also gained another ancillary. I gotta figure out how to actually do that. And then character development. So China's vastness is matched only by the many exemplars of wisdom and might who travel it. The following individuals of note are currently visiting our lands and should not hesitate to engage the most promising to our service. So we basically have a new person in our territory. And then we have the devious attendant as well. So, can I give you the devious attendant? I could. It's not really that useful, but whatever. We might as well. I mean, just give us a little bit of stats. It's not like we have anything else going on. And then last but not least, can we go ahead and recruit? Yeah, we can. So we now have this new guy here who does like us, but we can't afford him. So I think because the recruitment cost is so cheap, we're probably supposed to recruit this guy into our army. He is 28 years old. He does like us, so we don't want to recruit someone into our army that doesn't really like us. The other thing is he is an strategist. So they're able to severely impair the efficiency of enemy units and generals in battle. They also provide use of formations to nearby friendly units, but they're extremely fragile, thus grouped with retinues of ranged infantry. So essentially, we don't want him going in battle and dueling. He starts with a retinue of 2 archers, so when we recruit him, we're going to have 2 extra archers. They're going to take a few turns, 5 turns before they fully equip. We also still have a little bit of money, so I kind of feel like maybe we go ahead and recruit something else as well. We can't afford any cav. You have, you have these swords guards, which seem really, really nice. What do you have? So you can see everyone has slightly different units as well. You actually have access to the trebuchet, which seems awesome. We might want to wait next turn and then actually have the trebuchet. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump the mic. But with the trebuchet, that means we can actually draw the enemy to us by just hitting them at range. So I think I'm probably just going to save my money and then go for the trebuchet next turn. But for now, let's go ahead and wrap up this first episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, join the game comment, show your support. Since this is the first episode in the series, any support you guys can offer it does wonders. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Drop your comments and let me know your thoughts and what you want to see in this series. And yeah, I'm planning on conquering China. It should be a lot of fun. So see you guys in the next episode. Bye, everybody.